Hey, I'm here today to give you guys a tutorial on one of my all-time favorite speedrunning categories, namely Hyperlight Drifter, fully loaded boss rush. Let's get right into it. So the first thing we have to understand for a fully loaded boss rush speedrun is our weapon loadout, especially compared to other categories. The most common weapon loadout is just the pistol plus the basic shotgun combo. And while this is good for 90% of the game, for bosses, it is actually not the most efficient layout. The most efficient layout is, in fact, the double shotgun layout. Now, there's a couple of tricks that you do have to learn about the double shotgun layout in order to maximize DPS. The first one of them is something called shotgun plinking, which is actually two tricks in one. The first off of which is plinking, which is the most efficient DPS method in the game. It's where you fire your gun and then immediately slash your sword after. It appears as if you're hitting the two buttons at the same time, but actually one is just slightly after the other. This brings me to the second half of shotgun plinking as a trick. This is called shotgun resets. So some of you who have played the game may notice the shotgun has an internal cooldown between when you can fire it and when you can fire it again. If you switch your weapon and then switch back, you can fire your gun immediately. This brings up our normal 3-hit combo from 3 damage up to 15 because you're firing your shotgun every hit of the combo. And while shotgun plinking normally is the most efficient DPS method, there is one way to obtain higher DPS for just a second. If you fire your shotgun, switch weapons, fire the other shotgun, switch, and just repeat that, you can unload your entire ammo supply all at once, dealing a ton of damage in the space of about a second at the cost of all your ammo. At this point, really the run just becomes about ammo management, and one of the most efficient tools for recovering ammo is the charge slash. Now normally you just do a charge slash by slashing and then holding down the button, but if you unload all your shotgun ammo and cancel the last one into a plink, you can immediately do a charge slash out of that. So Reaper is arguably the easiest boss because we just cheese him. It's very, very simple. You just dash down, you get in between where the railing ends and those vents, and you just hold left, and he'll run into you and get pushed down by the walls. The walls going up at the bottom left side are unfortunately RNG, and depending on how they fall, you can actually get a almost whole second time difference in this fight. Fortunately, we're not done yet. We do have to go back through. That's only approximately 4 seconds. This is approximately as fast, if not faster, than the best Reaper you can get. However, the best Reaper you can get takes more ammo. There is this crazy strat you can do where you dash down, you unload all your shotgun ammo enough to push him away from his initial attack, you phantom slash through him for more ammo, you go for the kill that way. But at the end, you'll notice A, that he has almost no ammo, but B, at the end of the day, we end up with basically the exact same time. A very slight time save on this cheese strat is, as you're holding left, the instant he hits you, hold down, and you'll actually get knocked into the arena before you're able to get up. However, this has a very high chance of soft locking the game if you mistime it. Merlin is actually one of the most interesting fights in the game because it's the only fight with a death abuse. We have to get down to 2 health before starting this fight. One way to do that is just as this door is opening, hold left and you'll clip out of bounds. You can dash and take damage. If you're not holding anything when you dash, you'll respawn still out of bounds. If you're holding anything when you respawn, you will respawn back in bounds. If you fail this trick, just go to another door and hold either right or left depending on which side it is, and you can just dash out and take more damage. It's slower RTA, but it doesn't matter for boss rush since we go by in-game time. The timer isn't running in this room. That said, however, I do Reaper first because I want to take the 2 damage from Reaper since we're doing the cheese strat anyway. It saves me time from having to fall to my death, and now we just have to do it once. Merlin, despite having a 1-frame trick, is unfortunately the most random boss in terms of initial position as well. There's absolutely no way to manipulate what he does whatsoever, so you just want to dash up, react to what he's doing, 2 plinks, 4 shotgun shots, a charge slash, 2 more plinks, and then just hit the ball with your sword. Do not plink, just hit the ball with your sword. If he has 4 or less health, he will die. You can also press the sit button during that black screen, and you will be able to sit during the cutscene, saving just a bit of time. There's a few other things I'd like to mention about Merlin before we move on. The first off being that getting the first cycle orb like I got is actually ridiculously hard. And if you can't do that, it's entirely fine to just back off a bit, just press up and move away, and then just come back in and get the second orb as it goes around. It's very free to get the second orb. The second thing is that his hitboxes are actually not circles, they're diamonds. So it's entirely possible to have an orb explode if it's off to diagonal, where the orb will explode and it'll hit you and it won't hit him because it's against the flat edge of the diamond. There is a potentially faster strat that's not RTA viable, unfortunately. If you can get him while he's moving, you can get a lot of damage in. It might be theoretically possible to get a charge slash that hits both orbs there while they're still on either side of him, killing him at 15. This has never been actually completed, but is theoretically possible. I have always felt that West Boss was the absolute hardest boss in the game, and when learning as a speedrun, I really struggled with it, especially given that the previous world record holder had an absolutely insane 18-second fight. And while I haven't managed to duplicate his strat, I found another strat that is much more consistent and gets you the same time. So when I was first trying to learn this, I was actually dying all the time to West Boss, even in normal runs. So I turned to Muncha Koopa's New Game Plus All Bosses strat, which actually had a consistent AI manipulation. I was determined to replicate it here. While he does have a good setup, we have to do this. For whatever reason, the arena is super laggy in 60 FPS, and while he does have a consistent dash setup, every second counts. When you're in 30 FPS, it does allow you to get into this upper corner without lagging out and having your dash getting eaten. Then you just do damage. We don't really care how much, but the important thing is charge slash from both of them. Charge slash from the other, so we're full ammo leaving this fight. Full ammo is very important because it is necessary for the next fight, namely Archer. It is worth noting that these dashes are possible in 60 FPS, they're just much more consistent in 30. Unfortunately, Archer is the biggest instance of RNG in the run, so I'm just going to show a couple of instances of fighting her, just to give you an idea. The main strat is just dash out, try to chase her. You want to do 3 plinks, 3 shotgun shots, a charge slash, and then 2 more plinks, and that will always kill her. And while I guessed wrong in this clip, but she was still nice to me, she will not always cooperate. Anything under 18 is a real solid time, and anything under 20 I would keep in a run. This next clip, again, isn't quite a perfect fight, but it does show something I really want to demonstrate about Archer, which is namely how her shots work. The first ones will always miss you on one side, the second volley will always miss you on the other side. This is in relation to her body, not your position. So look at where her body versus shots are in order to adjust yourself to make sure you don't get hit when you're trying to charge the charge slash. Because if you get hit, it will knock you out of it, which will completely ruin the strat. One of the reasons that world record is absolutely insane right now is I got the not RTA viable Archer strat, which is just a set of 9 plinks, but you have to land 3 of them before she even starts firing. In addition, you have to reflect at least 3 shots in order to get the necessary ammo to complete the strat. Current world record was actually just me doing individual Archer practice. I got an insane Archer. It's actually still the best Archer ever recorded, and then the run just kept going till the end. You can see I'm absolutely amazed here. So North is probably my favorite boss in Boss Rush for a few reasons. First off being the strat is just get good at the fight. Second off, it's a 1 ammo strat, because we rarely leave Archer with more than 1 ammo. You can get extra ammo off of the canisters in Archer. There's usually some left before the door opens, or Skeletor right here. So, you're going in with 1 ammo. You might say, oh, how do you get ammo? How do you do damage? Well, the first off is we hit him with a blink, we use that 1 ammo, and then we hit him with a charge slash. Then we just hit him with 3 shotgun shots, another charge slash for more ammo, 3 shotgun shots. You can sometimes eke out another charge slash, but usually not. And at this point, just kill him. You want to leave here with at least 3 ammo, however, because it's very important for the next fight. It saves a bunch of time. One note is when you're leaving, make sure you take the right path, not the left. The left has a whole bunch of stuff blocking you, and if you fall there, it wastes a ton of time. So Mimic is basically an ammo refill. Ideally, we want to do it before Toad, so we can go into Toad with 5 ammo for a strat that saves a few seconds. But if not, that's fine. This is a great place to practice shotgun resets if you're very bad at them. Just 3 plinks, charge slash, 3 more plinks, then another charge slash. And even if you mess up one of the plinks, the extra damage from the charge slash will be just enough to get you through. It is worth noting that you can save maybe up to a second if instead of doing some plinks, you instead unload some shotgun shots. It's also worth noting that you do not have to do this before Toad. If at any point you are out of ammo before you need ammo, like say going from West Boss to Archer, and you just need ammo for that, Toad is also essentially just an ammo refill, and you can sacrifice 2 seconds on that to save several seconds somewhere else. As I said, Toad is basically an ammo refill, but this is the best strat for it. If you have 5 ammo, you'll also notice we have 2 grenades. We're actually going to use one of them on Toad right here. So what you do is you go up here, you're going to throw a grenade. You're going to go into the safe spot, which is just right behind his leg. It's very easy to find if you've never done it before. You're going to hit him with 2 shotgun plinks and then 3 shotgun shots. You're going to cancel the last one to a plink and do a charge slash. You're going to do 2 more plinks and a charge slash. There I actually missed the first plink, so I had to do 3 plinks and a charge slash. So the backup strat is there, and it works beautifully. So probably my biggest contribution to this run has been my improvement of the judgment strat. Namely, I discovered it was entirely possible to end each phase before it even started. If you are not comfortable with doing a lot of the more advanced DPS tech in this game, it's entirely fine if you just go into this fight and you just do your standard shotgun resets. However, it is entirely possible to get a much faster fight. First thing you'll notice here is I throw a grenade. This is actually just necessary to get him over that health gate and just works out very well. If you deal a lot of damage in the last second, you can over-damage each phase. So we do 3 plinks and we just unload all our ammo. He's already below half. He's supposed to end the phase at a third. If you bonk your sword and hold charge slash and just move left, you get all 4 of them every time. 2 plinks this time, unload your ammo. This is a bit trickier. You'll usually only get 2. This time they whiffed all whiffs, but you can still get the ammo, and that's enough to finish. Then just 2 more, and then unload your ammo. Cancel the last one into a plink, because it is necessary to finish this fight with a sword slash. Thank you guys very much. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope this gets other people running this. This is a fantastic category that more people should be playing.